Hi, and welcome to another exciting edition of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Breezy.
and this week we have something special. We have part one of a trilogy of movies that were created as a trilogy. It is Fear Street Part 1, 1994. And when I heard Fear Street, I was like, is that like a children's book? Like, and then I saw it is one of the writers is R.L. Stine, and so it's like kind of based off of that. I think like the teen books or whatever the of R.L. Stine.
Yep.
But it's and the part one is 1994, and then part two is like 1978 or something, and then part three is 1965. So they go backwards, and I kind of feel like that's what Pennywise is gonna do in like Welcome to Derry. So did Welcome to Derry steal this idea from Fear Street from Netflix?
I doubt it.
I do too, but it's fun to say.
Right.
But
I've seen like part one, two, and three, just not the um prom queen one. I just
oh,
haven't
okay,
gotten there yet.
right on. Yeah, and so because it's designed as part of a trilogy, it feels like it's maybe a little incomplete, like you're maybe not getting the whole story. They definitely expect you to watch the other two movies, but I only watched this one because I wanted to talk about it as a movie in and of itself. And so um and I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Part of me really likes it. Part of me thinks it's kind of corny, to be honest. But
Well, yeah, same here. I mean, I like it, but I hate it. I mean, I really like the soundtrack.
oh my God, the soundtrack is amazing. The soundtrack is the best thing of the whole movie. Like, I mean, it's 1994, and so they just start belting out 1990s like hits, one right after the other. Boom, boom, boom. You get Garbage, you get like fucking White Zombie. There's a scene where the
Hmm.
kid's playing Sega Genesis, Castlevania, and he's jamming out to White Zombie, and I was like, hell yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was doing like at that age. 1994,
Same.
right? So that's really cool. And right off the get-go, you have Robin, what's her name? Maya Hawke, who's Robin from Stranger Things, working at the mall at the B. Dalton bookstore, which God, I
See,
miss B. Dalton bookstore. But go
when
ahead.
she came out, like I was watching, I'm like, isn't she like in Stranger Things? And I'm like, oh, sure, shit enough. Yep, she's in Stranger Things.
Yep, that is Maya Hawke, who is Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter.
Yep.
So must be rough for her. Jeez. But anyway, so she's working at the old B. Dalton, and there's some wienery nerd guy that's talking to her, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go." And then as he's walking away, he's like, "What did you say?" And she's like, "I didn't say anything." And then did you notice there's like a fly that flies away from like his ear? That's
No, I
kind of
didn't notice that.
yeah, that's kind of creepy. It's like
You
because he's
like
like,
pay attention to the little details in this one, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So I thought that was a cool little detail because he's like, "What was that?" And she's like, "I didn't say anything." He's like, "Oh, okay." And then like a fly flies away from like by his ear. Maybe that was totally by accident. There was just a fly in the mall, but I don't think so. But but anyway, uh Robin, I don't know her name in this movie. She gets attacked and by a guy wearing a skeleton mask, and it's horrible. There's brutal slayings in the mall, and it turns out it was that wienery guy, and the cops shoot him, blammo, and that's the start to Fear Street. And so, what did you think of that opening scene?
I liked it when I first seen it. It got me hooked, but then to me, it got a little dry in some parts,
Yep,
and then it picked back up, and then it got dry again.
yep,
But it's more like, I mean, 9, 10 year olds can watch this. I mean, there's besides kissing, I mean,
right.
not much to it.
There's a little gore at the end. I was kind of surprised. Like for most of the movie, I'd say 9, 10 year olds can watch it, and then like in the last 15 minutes, all of a sudden there's like some brutal gore, and it's like
Right.
whoa! It like comes out of left field, which I actually kind of liked. Made me like the movie a lot better.
Yeah, I like that one. Like when some parts, like in any movies, oh, here come, a backlash, or here comes, like you don't even expect it. It just boom right there. I'm like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I get it.
Yep. Um, yeah, so the story is kind of like it's written part there's a few writers, but one of them is R.L. Stine, and it really to me like you can tell like it feels like a teen horror series book because there's two towns. There's Sunnydale and then there's Shadyville or something. I can't remember
Yep.
the exact
Yep.
names. And
Shadyville.
yeah, and it's like the one town is all everything's perfect and everything's nice and everything's wonderful, and then the other town is dark and dingy and there's murders and then like there's psycho killers every so many years. And so and the one girl, I didn't bother to pay attention to anyone's names. Um, but there's a prior relationship one of the girls had, and she moved to the other to Sunnyvale, and now there's like a rivalry, and there's this drama, and there's this bull crap like
Good
that.
old high school drama, like at the football, and you got the cheerleaders.
Yeah,
It's like that one cheerleader is like really, really snobby.
yeah, exactly. It's like all like the stereotypical, like it reminds me that I have a miniature game called Don't Look Back, and where you play with little horror figures and you act out little scenarios, but the scenarios are all like really basic and the characters are all like these sort of generic, like the cheerleader, the jock, the nerd, the and it's like that movie feels like it like that. Like it's like here's the cheerleader, here's the this kid, here's the smart kid, here's the this person, like it's just kind of like, nah. And
Yeah, that's what I was
then,
saying. It's dry at some points, and then some points is like, oh, I really like this.
yep. So, they get attacked. People are attacking them. Um, and well, there was like this football rally thing in honor of the victims, and then there was a where they were going to pour like Gatorade out of the school bus, and that caused a car crash, and all this bull crap. And then there's these like killers, and they find out that there was a witch back in the day, and like every so many years one of these killers appears and they're like her servants, and there was like the kind of scarecrow looking guy from Camp Nightwing, and then there's like the singing girl with the knife, and then there's now the new one is the skull face murderer from the mall, which they find out is the same kid is after him, but he's back from the
That
dead
mall scene,
somehow.
that mall scene, like really brings me back to like when I shopped at the mall when I was a
Yeah.
kid. Didn't you feel that feeling?
Oh yeah, for sure. They did a really good job of capturing the 1994 vibe. They name drop B. Dalton bookseller, and all the music is just awesome 90s music.
Yeah,
Like
I liked it.
one of the first scenes they start blasting garbage, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this movie, I'm into it now."
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So there's a big plot point that the cheerleader and the stoner friend are selling drugs, and it's just like really casual, like just, oh yeah, we're just selling drugs. Oh, we're going to go to the hospital, pick up some prescription drugs to sell, and it's just like it's just this cool, fun. Oh, and their friend almost OD'd one time. It's just no big deal. It's just kind of all brushed off, like, and then later on in the movie, it's like all of a sudden it's relevant to the plot because they figure out that in order to stop these supernatural things from killing them, they have to kill the one girl that disturbed the grave, and then they're going to bring her back from the dead. And we have seen this exact plot somewhere else, Breezy. Where was it?
I don't know. Like I thought the same way. Like, where did this plot come from? We've seen it somewhere. We just can't name it.
Yeah, like literally the exact same thing where they were being haunted or hunted by some creature or some monster, and then they died, and then they had to come. Oh, is it Final Destination?
I
That's how you
believe
that's
so.
how you break the chain in Final Destination is if you just
Yeah.
die and then resuscitate yourself, then you get bumped off a out of order of death's list, you get skipped over.
Yeah,
So
I believe it's Final Destination. Otherwise,
yeah,
there's a couple other movies that's similar to the same thing too.
right. So it's like we've seen this before.
Yeah.
They need to uh kill her, bring her back to life. So they're gonna OD her, and then they're gonna blast her full of epinephrine pens. Um And then they have this they find out the killers are tracking her by their blood, so they come up with this whole elaborate trap where they all scrub down so they have no traces of her blood, and then they make like blood trails and blood pits. And like the middle, like Breezy was saying, the middle part of the movie kind of bogs down, and
Yeah.
it kind of gets really slow. And like at this point, I'm feeling like it's kind of like a Scooby-Doo story, and like I didn't think anyone else was gonna die like in the movie. And then all of a sudden these killers start attacking, and like the one woman gets her head put through like this meat slicer or something, and it's like and, like slices a head come out. It's like, oh my God, movie, you caught me off guard. I
Yeah,
was,
see, it's like so slow, and all of a sudden that part comes up and was like, oh, okay.
it's like holy shit, we're actually killing people again, movie. And then
Yeah.
like the two guys are coming down the hallway, and the one looks at the other, and the other looks at him, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, an axe comes from off screen and goes chunk right into the guy's head. He's like, "Bleh."
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, dude. So
It's like you want to fall asleep, but you can't because there's stuff coming. If you fall asleep during a boring party and then all of a sudden scream and you wake up like, what did I miss?
yep,
Because it happens that quick.
yeah, exactly. So it's like I kind of liked it. And then they she ended up drowning her in a lobster tank, and then they tried to bring her back to life. She stabs her with like five epinephrine pens, which I think would cause her heart to explode. But
Great.
she made some comment that she wasn't sure she was doing it right or something. It's like, whatever. They jabbed her like full of a lethal overdose, and and then pumped her heart back with CPR, and all is well that ends well. And they're like, yay! And then all of a sudden it's like, no, it's not over. The witch can take control of the girl because of this other bull crap. And then it's like, they get stabbed, and oh my God, they're running for their life. And then you see that she has her tied up and contained,
Yeah.
and then they're basically like, "What are we gonna do?" And then it's like, "To be continued."
And that's where it ends.
Yep, and then it shows you basically a preview of the next one, where it looks very Friday the 13th inspired with summer camp in the 70s and
For sure.
like a masked killer with an axe. And so it's like, yeah, I dig it. I want to watch part two. I want to watch the 70s one. I'm kind of into it. So not the greatest movie I've ever seen, but definitely not the worst movie I've ever seen either.
I'll probably rate probably a 5 on this one
Yep,
because I'm like in the middle in this one.
I think so too. I think a five is about exactly right because when it has its good moments, it has really good moments. And then when it has some really slow moments, and it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna play
Right.
fucking Sudoku on my phone because
It's
this movie's losing me.
like
But then
this
it brings
movie's losing me, and all of a sudden here's a kill scene.
yep, exactly. When they talk, they're going through there's a part like when they're describing the legend or whatever, the story of the town, and he's going through newspaper articles, and then they talk about these different killers over the years, and there's one that's like a guy in a pig mask like drowning a person in the
Mhm.
water, and then there's another one with a really weird looking like almost like doll head, and he's like bonking a guy with like a stick. It's like I want to see that one. Show which movie's that guy in. I want to
Maybe he's
see.
in part two. I don't know.
May,
I can't tell you.
maybe. I guess you gotta find out. You
Maybe.
gotta watch it, find out. Anything else you want to talk about? Fear Street Part 1, 1994.
Not much to say on this one.
Uh-huh.
Like I told you before, once you get, past this one, two and three are pretty good. I just haven't two and three. Yeah, those two are really good. It's
Right on.
I haven't watched them in so long when they came out, but I did not watch the prom one. That's
Okay.
the last one, I think.
Right on.
Unless they're
Really,
making more, but I doubt it. I don't
right.
know.
The most famous person in the movie would be probably Maya Hawke. They kind of do what it reminds me of Scream, the original Scream, in that you have Drew Barrymore at the very beginning, and she's
Mm,
kind of like this big name or this, really popular at the time person, and then she gets killed right away in the opening, and then that's like the setup. And they kind of did the same thing with good old frickin' Robin. She was kind of like the popular actress, and then blam, dead. But then they
yep.
put her name in the credits. It's like, okay, yeah, but she's dead already. All right. So there you have it. Fear Street 1994, part
Part
one.
one.
I'm sure we'll be getting to the other parts eventually. I don't know how long it'll take us, but stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned or to be continued.
Exactly. All right. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and let us know if you have any requests, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.